Today, we glimpse back to improve our understanding moving forward. We energize ourselves with hope in the opportunities appearing before us and prepare ourselves for the reality of the world ahead. Today, we examine large language models.
It was late 2022, and something quietly seismic happened. Millions of people logged onto a new website called ChatGPT and were stunned. For the first time in history, a computer didn't just follow commands, it talked back with answers that sounded eerily human. It could explain physics, write poetry, fix your code, even crack a joke. And it did all this in seconds without ever taking a breath. Suddenly, it felt like we weren't just using computers anymore. We were conversing with them. That moment marked a turning point, a cultural and technological watershed, when artificial intelligence stopped being a far-off concept and became something you could chat with at the kitchen table. At the heart of this breakthrough, a powerful new kind of AI known as a large language model, or LLM. Large language models are a type of artificial intelligence trained on enormous volumes of textbooks, websites, code, conversations, just about everything humans write. They're called large because of the vast data they consume and the billions, sometimes trillions, of parameters they use to understand and generate human language. Think of them as incredibly advanced autocomplete systems, except instead of predicting the next word in your text message, they can generate essays, emails, poems, dialogue, and much more. LLMs are built on something called the transformer architecture, a type of deep learning model that uses a mechanism called attention. This allows them to understand the relationship between all the words in a sentence, even if those words are far apart. They're trained through a process called self-supervised learning, essentially reading massive amounts of text and learning to predict what comes next in a sentence. Once pre-trained, they can be fine-tuned for specific tasks, like customer service, legal research, or programming support. They don't understand language the way humans do, but they're incredibly good at spotting patterns and predicting what word should come next based on what came before. Since the debut of ChatGPT, LLMs have multiplied and matured. Today, we're seeing powerful new entrants like Gemini from Google, DeepSeek from China, and a growing number of open-source models like Mistral and LLM that run locally on your own device, even without an internet connection. And while LLMs aren't the engines behind AI-generated art, music, or video, that role belongs to models like Stable Diffusion, Sora, and Music Gen. LLMs are quickly becoming the creative directors behind the scenes. They write the prompts, they structure the story, they draft the lyrics, the script, the dialogue. In the world of AI creation, LLMs are becoming the orchestrators, bringing clarity, cohesion, and context to everything we generate. Now here's the key. Even though LLMs are built to sound natural, you can't treat them like mind readers. To get the best results, you need to be specific. It's not just write a story, it's write a 500-word detective story set in Tokyo during a typhoon, written in the style of Raymond Chandler. Be clear, be detailed, tell it the format, tone, even the audience. Want bullet points? Ask. Want it to sound casual or academic? Say so. This practice is known as prompt engineering, but don't let the term scare you. It just means communicating with intention. Think of the LLMs as a brilliant assistant. The clearer you are, the more powerful it becomes. But with all this promise come real challenges. LLMs can sometimes hallucinate, that is, generate convincing sounding text that's completely false. They also require tremendous computing power, which makes training them expensive and resource intensive. And because they're trained on human-written data, they can absorb and reflect biases, sometimes in harmful ways. They lack real-world understanding or awareness. They don't know facts. They predict text based on patterns. And unless they're frequently updated, they can become outdated, missing new developments or trends. Still, the trajectory is clear. LLMs are becoming more capable, more accessible, and more integrated into our daily lives. What started as a simple chatbot is rapidly becoming a core tool for education, creativity, productivity, and innovation. The question now is not whether we'll use them, but how we'll use them, and whether we'll choose to guide this technology with care, creativity, and responsibility. Because in the end, these models reflect us, our words, our values, our imagination. If you're not using large language models yet, now's the perfect time to start. There are plenty of free tools available, like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, that you can try right now, no tech background needed. And if you're already using LLMs, take a moment to reflect on how you're using them. Are you asking the right questions? Are you exploring their creative potential? Are you thinking clearly and communicating precisely? Because as we've seen today, the more thoughtful you are with your prompts, the more powerful and surprising the results can be. So whether you're just getting started or deep into the journey, this is your moment to learn, create, and lead in a world reshaped by language and intelligence. So, what do you think about the future of AI and LLMs? Have you tried talking to one? Has it surprised you, inspired you, confused you? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the technologies shaping our world. Until next time, keep asking questions.